Mac made a huge splash with all the new products they came out with, but nothing I think made as big as a mark as the new MacBook Neo. It's huge, and I've had so many people reach out to me and say, "Hey, should I be looking at this as a budget startup content creating kind of platform?" And I'm going to tell you to pump the brakes on that, okay? And I'm going to tell you about why it probably isn't the right choice, why there are better choices that cost less still in the Mac lineup. All right, how to get those, what you can do with them, and then I'm going to also tell you about what I use and what I do as a full-time content creator who has a slightly bigger channel than this. All right, I do this full-time, 24/7. All right, literally, and in fact, it's 9:52, and I'm here making a video because so many people have reached out and asked me about this. I wanted to answer this question and let you know the facts on this. So let's start off first of all with what is the MacBook Neo. All right, let me pull it up here. The MacBook Neo is essentially Mac's answer to the Chromebook. They've been losing a lot of the entry level sales to budget Windows machines and Chromebooks, and they said we got to do something about that. And I think it's a wonderful machine. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with the fact that it's using a mobile core. For those of you who don't know, basically instead of having a regular laptop chip or desktop chip, it's got the chip out of the iPhone. But it works because the iPhone's a great chip. And I know people, I've got a friend who for years created content because he traveled a bunch with his phone. He shot with his phone, he edited his phone, he did all his thumbnails, and he posted. He did everything with his phone. That's all he had was a phone, and he made it work. So you could bootstrap about anything. So I'm not saying this can't do it. I will tell you that there's better options. Now, here's the limitations on this. First of all, it's gorgeous. Let's the new colors, the citrus, and then they also threw in the indigo, which we've seen before. The blush is nice. My daughter likes the blush. I'm kind of partial to the citrus. My wife likes the indigo. And of course, then there's the classic Mac silver. So you choose your color, you come down here, and you can either get the base 256 or you can get the 512. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. I run my daily desktop and video editing operation. And again, full-time content creator. I run on an M4 Mac Mini Pro with 64 gigs of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage. But I have a NAS, that's a network attached storage box. Basically, it's another like microcomputer with hard drive stuffed in it that just is a big file cabinet for storage that's on my network. So when I work on something, that's great. And then when I'm done working on it, it all gets saved over to the NAS for long. So if I need to reference it later, it's over there. So I don't have a problem with 512. In fact, I only use about 300 gigs. I still have 200 gigs free. And that's because of my NAS. Now, you could also use external storage. I thought I had a drive around here. I usually have one floating. Oh, it's over on that gray box right there. Usually have one floating around, but that doesn't give you redundant storage. That's a whole nother topic. We can talk about that. But so if you're looking for a Chromebook alternative, if you're looking for something for a kid to take to school or to just, if you're going to basically be using Safari or Chrome or some web browser and looking at emails, browsing the web, doing that basic kind of stuff, then the 256 will be fine. If you're going to be a power user, you're going to need the 512. So we get the 512, and that gets you the Magic Keyboard with the Touch ID. And I got to say, I have a MacBook Air. Maybe you saw my last video where I did my whole mobile setup where I showed the MacBook Air. I like the Touch ID. It's nice. I have a similar device for my M4 that plugs into a USB. I can't do all the same stuff. It's only for like Google related products, but it's nice. I can use this for about anything. So that's fantastic. Keyboard language is English. We're not going to do a trade-in on this. And the purchase price is going to be $699, unless you're a student. If you're a student, I think it's $599. If you can get away with the student thing, then you're going to get away with that. But for most everyone else, it's going to be a $700 laptop, which is not bad, especially for a Mac, okay? But here's where things, they did just recently also, and I just need to touch on this real quick, they upgraded the MacBook Air, which I just recently, if you guys know, I just bought mine last month, and they just, of course, and now they upgraded it. But what you're looking at here is it's $1,100. Now, granted, the base model, they raised the price, but then they raised the base also, so it's essentially the same thing. They just got rid of, you can't get the 8 gigabit version with 256. It's now 16 gig with 512. So essentially, you are looking at. Remember now, and I don't know if I mentioned this on the Neo. The Neo only comes in 8 gigs. You can upgrade the storage to 512, but the memory stuck at 8 gigabytes. Now, comparable to a PC, to an Intel, that's about the same as 16 gigabytes on an Intel. And trust me, I'm an Intel guy from way back. I'm not one of these lifelong Mac fanboys who just, will make up excuses. But it is. Having used both, I will say that the memory, I thought it was all hype. No, the embedded memory, or whatever they call unified memory, it really does work better than standard memory. Okay, so you can pre-order your MacBook Air, but now you're looking at $1,100. So 7 or 11, you're talking about a difference of $400. What if I could get you the same specs as the top of the line Neo with the Touch ID, 512 storage? I could get you all that. Now, one of the drawbacks, and I got to point it out, I don't know if they actually show it on here, is on the Neo, it only has USB ports. These are not Thunderbolt like you get on the other ones, which is fine. They're high-speed USB. They're decent ports. And again, if you're going to be a light user, who cares? But if you're trying to go, hey, can I use this for content creation? Yes, you can. You're not going. It's not a pleasant experience, but you can do it. Okay, it's not terrible either. Let's be honest. But what if I could make those Thunderbolt? What if I could make those Thunderbolt? I get you a fingerprint scanner. I can get you 8 gigs with 256, and instead of paying $700, you're going to pay $60 less. Right there. That's it. This is from Mac. This is on Mac's website. This is Mac Refurbished. And if you're not familiar with Mac Refurbished, brother, you're missing out. Okay? My Mac Mini M4 Pro refurbished. My laptop refurbished. My wife's I've always bought refurbished Macs. My wife used Macs for years before going over to the Chromebook, we've always bought the refurbished Macs because they're fantastic. They're fabulous. They've got a great warranty that Mac stands behind, and they do. The rumor is that they take whatever they've got, whatever they're refurbishing, and they peel the shell off of it and they put a brand new shell on it. And I would believe it because I've never seen anything about these Macs that makes me think that they're not brand new. I'm like, maybe they're just factory overstock or something. No, they're refurbished, but I think they replaced the shell on them. That said, 13.3 inches. This is an actual MacBook Air with the M1 chip, 8-core CPU, 8-core GPU. And yes, I looked up specs on this and compared it. It's gonna smoke that phone chip. I'm sorry, and it's a good phone chip, but the M1 is a real desktop chip with real GPU, and it will smoke it. It will just, especially when you're doing video editing and stuff like that, it's gonna tear it apart. And this, you're getting $639 on this. All right, it is just an incredible unit, and you can get Apple Care coverage if you want, and you can do that. But we look at the specs on this: 8 gigabyte unified memory, 512 Touch ID sensor. It's now 720 Facebook camera. That's fine. But it comes with a 30-watt charger. I mean, when you get this, you're just assuming it's a brand new unit. They're that good. Now, what if you were willing to spend a tiny bit more? What if you could spend $759? Now we got a 10-core CPU, an 8-core GPU, and we're looking at 16 gigs unified and 256 on the SSD. That is for $60 more. Now, granted, we're getting tight on the SSD. You're going to have to use an external storage with this. That's going to add some cost. So let's jump up to this. Let's just do this. Refurbished, 13-inch, M4, 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU for $849. So basically, for $150 more, you are on let me keep it up here. You're on an M4 chip, same chip I have in my MacBook. And I've just traveled and and I couldn't even tell the difference really from with my big robust 64 gigabyte M4 Pro, and I edited in DaVinci Resolve, the paid version with all the features and everything else. Couldn't tell the difference, and and this is why I'm just stunned with Mac. Mac is just, when it comes to this kind of stuff, they designed the chip specifically for this. So if you're looking to be a content creator, if you can swing the 849, that's a heck of a deal. Now, here's a thing I'm going to say. A lot of people are going to say, but I've got, I'm older like you, and I got the old man eyes. And it's hard for me to see that little 13-inch screen. And that's why on mine, I bought the 15-inch screen. And I'll be fair, I spent $1,300 on mine. I got 24 gigs, to be fair, I got 24 gigs of RAM, the 512 on the hard drive, 10 core CPU, 10 core GPU, refurbished M4, and I'm really, really happy with it compared to what I would have to spend to get like a MacBook Pro or something like that. And I don't need that, but even with the 15-inch, because I got the 15-inch, even with that, it's kind of hard to see. I got my glasses on, pull it kind of close, but when I travel, I take a 27-inch monitor. At my desktop here, I've got a 42-inch monitor, and it's set back a ways. So I can have it. It's basically like having a 32-inch monitor plus an extra monitor. And I basically have the strip over here that I keep extra, files and stuff, and things are my to-do list, stuff like that. So it's glanceable kind of materials. You can do that with this. And a lot of people are like, well, there's no, there's no external HDMI. Well, a lot of the monitors they make these days will attach to USB, but if not, I think I picked mine up for $60. I picked up a USB, a Thunderbolt dongle that plugs in, that gives me 3 or 4 extra USBs and an HDMI, and I just plug that in. So that makes it great. But it's $850. That's where you're at now. The other option is you could also get the same thing. They have an indigo blue right now. Now things change on the Mac portal there and I'll put a link down below. I'm not paid by Mac. I don't even get affiliate dollars from Mac. It'd be nice, but no, that doesn't happen. But I'm just double checking mine. 10 core, 10 CPU, 10 core GPU. I paid $13.59. And the other thing is, unlike Macs, when you order these, especially these newer ones and stuff, they're like, well, it's going to ship within X amount of weeks, which for most people are like, okay, we get it. It's Mac. That's what happens. With the refurbished stuff, that's sitting right there. It's already built. It's already done. I get mine. And granted, I live in the middle of nowhere, Montana, and I get mine next day. Okay. Amazon can't ship to me next day. Frickin' Amazon. I pay for Amazon Prime. I still can't get next day. But Apple can. They ship FedEx, and it's there the next day. And I have it, and it's ready to go. It's insane that the refurbished stuff gets there faster than the brand new stuff. You got to look at Mac refurbished. In fact, anything you're buying, if you're going to buy in the Mac ecosystem, look at refurbished. I have a friend who works at Mac, and she's like, hey, just tell me anything you want to buy. And she gives me the prices and their discount. I'm like, that's great, but the refurbished is still cheaper. And I can't tell the difference. All right. If you're going to be doing content creation, I think you really need to look at the MacBook Air as a minimum. If you don't need a laptop, get the Mac Mini. Although right now on refurbished, you can't find them. They're out of stock. You're going to have to wait and see what rolls through. Things refresh weekly. You'll have to check and see what's going on. But this is by far one of the best deals going in technology right now, especially with the prices of RAM. Being able to get a refurbished one at that price, ridiculous. Anyway, if you got any questions about it, put it down below in the comments. I read through everything that I can. If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.